And welcome to Biscuit 10 RPG, everybody. We're back with City of Illumination. Apologies for the long hiatus. Not only will we be having game today, obviously, but we will be back with Red to Black next Friday. So come join us then, 8 to 10 Central Standard Time. So come join us. But for now, let's hop into this truck fire that we're about to be involved in.
Thanks, Will. Everyone, welcome back. It's been a couple weeks. But let's go ahead and dive right back in since where we left off. It's already pretty exciting. Last session, the Allies outlined a broad strategy to take the islands, to reestablish connections with scattered freeborns, and break the main horde at As Stronghold. While Marines waged war, the Sandswimmers would make haste to Zuvex's location via a teleportation circle erected by Molchiad. After some time had passed, they arrived outside a ruined chapel where a monolithic stone cracked down its center, with a monolithic stone and a large crack bearing down its center point revealed a whirling maw of demonic energy. Presiding over it was it a familiar scarred Nalfashni carrying a rotting piece of black cheese and a pair of gray renders given mutations as each had now spawned two tentacle arms, that of like a displacer beast. Within the hidden realm, Wagner toyed with the imprisoned Biz, giving him only a rusty quarterstaff. Alone in the dark, with no aid and no magic, Biz was in dire straits as he had to fight for his life against two shadow demons. As Ox surged ahead to meet the Nalvashni, the demon threw the cheese over past Ox and let out a deafening roar that stunned him in his tracks. The black cheese would transform into a monstrous black pudding and quickly began to prove more trouble than anticipated. The Warforged tried their best, but were no match for the demons that they were beset to fight, and the monster protecting the portal, one of them managed to push Wagner into retreating back into the monolith, allowing the prison of Biz to dissipate and free him back into the material plane. Joining on the battlefield, the Sandswimmers were reunited once more and slowly fought the creatures. With the sound of horns and orders in the distance being heard, the party knew that they had garnered the attention of the Lycan horde at Stronghold. Um, but did they wish to destroy the portal or use it to pursue Wagner? The Black Pudding continued to plague the party, killing Lorenzo while a loose displaced render tore into an exposed Steven. Tearing through the back lines of the Sandstormers, the Nalfashni captain focused his attention on Tav and Biz, while Ox managed another displaced render near the monolith. As the staunch defense of the demons and monsters held against a now blunted onslaught, Molshad and Urbanu finally appeared from the teleportation circle with fresh marines to support them. Volleys of javelin and arrows rained down on the ruined chapel. With their allies here, the Sandstormers can now strike back and bring the battle to a close. So that's where we're at. It's later in the day, midday now. Sun's bearing on everybody as the fighting continues within the jungle area. The distant howls of partially many lichens heading our way sounds the climax of the battle ahead to be finished. Tav and Biz on the map. Where'd you go, Biz?
I'm like in the center.
Ah, you flew that way. Oh, oh, you moved that way. Okay. Well, Tav and Coralox with Ricati are currently engaging in Alpha as it makes swipes at you in the trees. Its elbow smashes into nearby trees. It scratches branches and even stone boulders nearby into pieces. Coralox and Ricati are also trying their best to survive the onslaught. For you, Ox, you are still knocked prone after the gray render creature surged past you.
Like a big old jerk face.
Yeah, like a big old shirt face. But the Marines have arrived. Many of them are surging forward and are throwing things at the enemies. Biz, as you survey the battlefield from the center, really your biggest thing that you can see is the exposed portal. You can see peering a little bit into the center of this sort of tear into this rock. There is a darkness, but there are also many cobwebs in these dark tunnels. And that's sort of where the other side leads to, at least what you can see from here. But we'll go ahead and jump right back into the shift. I think this is top of the order. So Ox and Company. What do you do, my man? Ox,
Oh
you're on the
man.
floor, sweating profusely.
Yep. Obviously I'm gonna stand up. So that's half my movement. So I got 20. Am I still raging? Yes, I am.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Can I make it there? Yes, I can. Boom. I'm going right at this gray render here.
Awesome.
All right. And we both know what's about to happen. I'm going to do the thing where I critical if I hit. We're going to use fabled Sandswimmers.
I feel like Feebles Transformers is like one, if not your signature move. You know what I mean? Because it's like it always hits in my way, so it always does something. But yeah, what is it?
Hey.
What is your freelancer auto crit looks like?
Oh, you're a war crime. Smash it.
Gosh.
As someone who has committed various war crimes, I definitely recognize them. I do not have anybody on the other side to help me, so I am going to do reckless because
Yeah.
they will do the stuff anyway. So here we go. The first one.
Steven.
That is a 20 to hit
Yeah, about
for
that,
the
buddy.
first one,
Yeah, no, you're good.
and then a 34 for the second one.
34 for the second one. Oh, it's over here. Well, I'm pretty sure both had, so
Ah, perfect.
we're gonna go ahead and just say
Uh, and oh, fantastic. Oh, I don't recall. I don't think I had my other axe out yet. So
no, you only have one of
nope.
the weapons on.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna whack that guy, and I'm gonna go ahead and burn some spell slots. Boom, boom. So it's fire damage on top of this. So is it resistant to fire at all? Otherwise, I'm just gonna roll it all together.
It is not.
Perfect. So that is 4 die 8 plus 4 die 10 for the first one. And then, all right, we're gonna go ahead and do it all. Oh, that is 74 magical slashing and fire damage.
74?
Yeah, I gotta
70.
go look at it to see if I rolled any ones on the die tens, so I get to reroll those.
Oh yeah, look at that. That'd be dope.
All right, where's my? There we go. Oh, it doesn't show me all of them. All right. Nope, I don't know.
Oh, that
It doesn't.
sucks.
Yeah, well, the first ones are eights, so I don't think I rolled any. I'll have to roll them separately going forward, but that's fine.
Well, no,
74.
roll on roll 20
Well,
next
I see
time.
it's if you hover over it, it tells you how many like each
Oh
dice
yeah.
got. So
Duh.
you got
I
one,
forget the roll
two,
on
three, four
D&D.
ones in it.
Were there any in the second section?
Yes, two of them are in the second
Okay,
section.
so I get to re-roll 2 die 10. That is 15 instead of so -2 plus 15.
Okay. Okay. So, Ox, I would honestly, around that edge of that ruined wall, you
Yeah.
just slam your shoulder in it, just drop it down a little bit, freight train going through the front line, and you break through that side. You rush the tree line where the displacer creature turns around and it has the leg of Steven in its mouth, and its
Oh.
tentacles are whipping at you. You rush it, you sort of jump off a nearby stump, and you just bear your axe down on its basically its shoulder or near
Hmm.
its left side of its head, and just shear into it all the way down to where the heart would be, or like the lungs, and you
Hmm.
just rip it out. The creature is beaten. It looks like a very disgusting mortal wound, and it indeed is. But he still does have quite a little bit of HP left, but he is beaten in all things considered.
Based on the fact that I now see that Steven's legs in his mouth, I want to change what I said to "That's my war crime."
Okay. Yeah, so you shout out that the Warforged is over here is a bit confused why you're screaming war crimes, but nevertheless, he's going to help when he can. Anything else from Ox?
Not unless I can grab my Crimson Tyrant. Does that require a bonus action
Where is it
or
at?
an action?
Is it on your
It's
person?
it's 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 just on my back. Like
Yeah,
I
just
have it
take
where
it.
I can just reach my hand up.
That's fine, just take it. Okay.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take it, and then I'm going to tell this gray render thingy to kneel for the king as a bonus action.
That's a bonus action. Okay. What is it wisdom?
It is a Wisdom DC 16.
That's fine. He's a minus one. That's at the six. The
So
creature yells at you as soon as you command it. How does it sound like? Like, do you just say grovel or?
no. I do exactly what it says. I'm just like kneel for the king
Oh, okay,
after I
gotcha.
pour into this dude.
So his knees buckle and the creature head just goes straight into the ground, but he's still on his knees.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, he failed, and he's stuck in that position. The leg of Steven goes flying over here. You see the body.
Hmm. Nailed it. All right, cool. Now stay down. Very Inuyasha. Down,
Pretty
boy.
much. Down, boy. God, mm, maybe that's what made a lot of people sips. All right. You had Narzan. He was on the ground still.
Narzon is gonna go ahead and stand up. Um,
He is no longer stunned, I don't think.
he might still. Oh well, well, if he's not,
It
that's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
He's gonna go help over here. He can only move 15, so there's not much he can do. Um, he's gonna go ahead and charge. So he's gonna run over here. I guess just go this way.
Okay.
Let me see how far that was. All right, cool. Then he can get over here and give advantage to both of them. And that's all he can do. I don't think he has a bon. Oh no, he has a bonus action. He can use the Swift Towel War as a bonus action.
Yep.
So he's gonna do that. Where in the world? I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a die 20. He has a +8, I think. All right. 8. 14 probably doesn't hit the Nalfishni.
Gordon does not.
All right. Yep. He tried.
He hobbles away from the very acid laden battlefield over here from the Black Pudding, rushes over and tries to make a swipe at like the kneecaps or even the ankle, but Alpha
Hmm.
She sort of just jaunts up into the air with its wings. He says, "You responsible for death of pet."
Huh?
Yeah, he's like, "What are you talking about? What pet? I didn't see a dog."
Look,
All right,
I only recognize hyenas as pets. Shut your mouth.
fine. I run a knoll farm.
That
I
would be great.
wrestle gnomes.
Random backstory for Narzon
What do
as
you
a knoll
mean?
farm.
Yeah, I breed gnolls. Why? Is
That
that
guy
why
do.
there's so many wars in the world? Maybe.
Look, I sell to both sides. It's about profit, bro.
Yeah, more profiteering. I had to sustain my business. All right. Is that it for
Yep, that's
everybody?
my
Okay.
turn, I believe.
All right. Zuvix and Magark. And no, Verkali's in here with Bizgun. Uh, should we steal the kill? No. No,
Do
he's
it.
not. He can't. He doesn't. He can't do as much damage as you can.
Aw, man, come on.
He's just. He's just a road. All right. But he
Do
will.
better.
He'll throw. He's done his best. He's gonna go ahead and just throw his dagger. Oh no, we're gonna do some shadow elf stuff. Okay. Oh, he's a
Yeah.
demon though. So yeah, we'll do a demon. The captain is more pressing. Zuvex, like an elf, sort of. hops on the say like there's like a path, a jungle path, and there's a bunch of trees leaning. He uses those as stairs or steps, as an elf would, I would assume.
Hmm.
But he's going from like shadow to shadow of each tree, so he'll like appear in one tree and then appear after like four trees down. Once he gets there, he's gonna go ahead and throw. Oh no, first, yeah, throw his dagger. And as the dagger is thrown, it looks like several are thrown at once. I can make two of those. These are +7. No, +9. Yeah, I would say those up. And ooh. He throws a dagger. Oh, oh, okay. So the multiple daggers that were thrown at the Nalvishni Tav as you're sort of dodging, weaving through the jungle, fighting this monstrosity. Two daggers hit him in the side of the skull and then disappear into puffs of shadow. And the shadow elf makes his appearance into the opening area where you're fighting. The dagger reappears as a shadow in his hand. Um, you have disadvantage on all saving throws to the end of this next turn, which is great. And then he's going to go ahead and you see him sort of whistle and then snap his fingers as he's running, sort of ninja style, and activate wave awareness. 60-foot cube. Each creature in the area must make. Oh, that's huge. Oh, he cannot do that. He's gonna hit all the Marines. He's gonna hit all the Marines. Okay. So, oh shit, is that bonus action? As part of the action. Oh crap. No, that's fine. Okay. So that is it for Suvex. Oh, he doesn't get sneak attack. Magark cast a spell. He's gonna look at his fallen companion over here that just got absolutely smothered. He's going to pray to Primus to guide him. Where the heck? There you are. He's a teleport out of here.
I'm gone. All right.
About Primus.
Bye.
So he's gonna
No,
go
this is too
ahead.
much.
Who's a bit? Oh, it's your big hand. Okay, gotcha. Uh, he's gonna go ahead and hold person on him. Oh, it's a monster. He can't do that. He's gonna have to slow. I must slow it down. I think the DC is. Yeah. Wisdom save 40 cube. Steven's dead, so I can actually just put it there. Okay. So wisdom save from the Magark. When he creates this, what does it say? You alter time around it. Oh, it's in 60-foot cube. Is he in range as well? 60 feet is pretty big. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So
What?
it's slow. Oh, it's 40 foot. It's 40 foot. My bad. My bad. It should
Oh,
Oh,
still. Oh, damn it.
turn it. Turn it.
I could. Yeah, I could. No, no, you're right. You're right. So 40 foot. Even that, I think I'm pushing it. Ooh, ooh, good call. Good call. Good call. Good call. All
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
Sweet. Nice. Yeah, I'll take that. So I can touch those two, so I can get those two. It's my choice. So the Nalvishni captain display surrender. You alter time around him. So for Magark, um, it's very I don't know how much of you this kind of like form of entertainment you've sort of processed, but like There's a lot of like animes or like video games where they have these glowing glyphs, but they're very two-dimensional around
Hmm.
like a weapon or an ability. Same thing happens here, except it's like a hourglass. It appears below the displaced render and the Navashni. Navish captain like looks down at his feet like, oh no, don't you do it. Um, and slow in that space of both creatures, like especially the Nalfishni, it's very more noticeable. He turns around and like, don't you do it. Like it just slows. So I'll go and roll for both those creatures. Let's do the Nalfishni
And if I'm not
first.
mistaken, that dude's got disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why he's like,
buddy.
do not do this. Um, now I don't think I spent my legendary resistance yet for the day. So I still have that.
No.
Cool.
No, you don't.
We'll just see.
I'm
We'll
per
just see.
I'm fairly certain there was a legendary resistance used by somebody.
I can't really remember, but
No,
if
I don't think
I don't
he
think
used
so.
it.
All right, whatever. Way
The
to
only thing it would have been against was one of Tav's spells, really.
I don't think so
So
because
I don't know if that happened.
Cal, yeah, I don't
No,
think so.
he just saved against
I saved a
mine.
lot.
Yeah, it was against
Yeah.
one like yeah, against something.
Yeah, because he has mag resistance. But like I said, we'll see. Anyways, this is a wisdom save. He does get +7.
Is he rolling with advantage on this?
No, it's a disadvantage
Okay.
already. So -7, and then -7,
Ooh.
19. Yeah, there you go. Or +7. So 15 still. Ooh, I forgot it's not anyone of high caliber. It's just a
It's not us.
Warforged.
It's some
Yeah,
random dude.
this Warforged dude trying his best.
Come on, man. Be a
Um,
16. Be a 16.
16's
it,
not that crazy for a low level so or cleric or whatever he is.
it is a wait, what is that? Oh, it's a 16. Nice. So it is a 16.
Yay.
They both what did I roll for one guy? Yeah, I rolled for one
Yeah,
guy.
you roll for one guy.
So the Alpha she definitely failed. And then the displace render. Poor planning on my part. Oh, I'm a fool. I just can't read. Okay. So this thing, I think it has a -1 to wisdom. Yeah.
Hmm.
So ooh, both are slowed down, so
Yay.
they obviously strike last. I forgot what else they did for the spell.
Like they don't
What?
get reactions and that to cast a
They
spell it
can.
like takes an extra turn or something like that.
Okay. I'll look it up. Anyways, that's it for them. Now for Schnee pudding. Now for Schnee, just now for Schnee. Now for Schnee.
Now for Snee.
Now for
Snarf,
Schnee.
snarf.
Snarf, snarf, snarf. What did you say? Snarf, snarf. I swear you said now for Schnee. Snarf, 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 snarf. All right. Yep. Affected target speed is halved, takes -2 to AC. Perfect. Can repeat the save at the end of each of its turn, so go ahead and repeat that save. So here you go. At disadvantage. Ugh.
Oh, no.
And then
That
to
was
that,
fun
that
for like a
obviously
half a
covers that.
second.
It was. But he didn't do his turn, so display Tavern Company.
The Nalfish
Yay.
succeeded? Is
No,
he with
yeah, he succeeded.
is he within my line of sight or is everyone like blocking him too much right now for me to
Oh,
see
yo,
him?
you can see him because he's a large creature.
I'll silvery barbs that.
You still rebars that? Okay, so the lowest one is a 20. So I roll a 20 again.
You have to roll, yeah, another D20 and
Oh, there
you
it
take the
is.
whatever the lowest one
Nice. So
is.
he is still
Oh
slowed.
no, he just made it.
Hmm?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. 16.
And I'll give myself
Damn.
No.
advantage.
Nice call. All right, Tavern Company.
Okay, I'm gonna use Fable Freelancer and stab this Nalfish knee.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
What's your war crime? Cry, I mean.
I'm gonna commit several unforgivable war crimes.
Oh my God. I'm
Oh,
a
that's a
freelancer, damn it.
oh, Legends of
Uh,
Adventurous. Thank you for that.
Oh, dude, Legend of Adventures is hilarious.
yeah.
That
I would
clown
be
is.
wanted in
Yeah.
all the countries.
I do have advantage because of what is his face? Nasra. Nay, I can't talk. Okay.
Lazarus, because he's come back so many times.
E. So let's see. The first one is 32 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is yeah, 29 to hit.
Yep. Wait.
So both those hit,
Oh yeah.
and it is crit damage on those. So let's see.
Good damage.
Okay, that 12 on the first one. The second one. Oh, that's better. 23. 35 piercing damage.
Huh?
And then I'm gonna shoot him in the face with my gun.
As you
That's
should.
where you're supposed to shoot him.
Yeah, as you should.
Dirty 20.
30, 20, definitely.
Crit damage. 31 piercing
31.
damage.
With the stab, you
Yeah.
basically create a mini implosion within his guts. As it's so fast striking and he is so slowed down, something happens that allows it to explode. I don't know exactly, but it
A
implodes
freaking
with them.
fire blows up.
Sure. I was thinking like the constants of time versus no time, but no. Um, and as it forces itself down to grab its gut, you pull out the gun right underneath its jaw, and you pull the trigger, and you rip off most of the jaw off. He falls to one knee, bloodied, beyond bloodied. He is at death's doorstep, but he is still alive, barely. Barely, I'm
Ooh,
like barely, like less than 20 HP.
okay. Then Corlox will finish him off, I hope.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
let's see. Yeah, she hits 18 plus whatever. It's over 10, so that hits.
Hmm.
It's a D6 plus 5d6, I think. Sneak attack 5d6, yeah, so 66.
That's crazy.
Uh, 23 plus 5, I think it is.
With the Nalvishni on one knee, how does Coralox end this creature?
Like, Tab steps out the way. Kora's come up with her, I don't remember what it's called, saber, I think it was, or something, and just takes the head clean off. And it goes
Awesome,
spinning in the air and lands on
awesome,
by her feet.
awesome, awesome. As it does, as soon as the head lands, the body dissipates into this sort of darkened black fire as it returns back to be reformed in the abyss.
That's not going to haunt
Please
us later.
wait. Don't come back for a while, please.
You know it will take some
Uh,
time. You'll know it'll take some time.
yeah.
Not
Okay.
anywhere near unless someone wants him back right away.
We
Okay.
got to find a way to summon him.
Oh God. No, no, we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna start running towards my boy.
Sure.
My boy, my beautiful baby boy. Corlux will follow a bit behind. Yeah, Givy. He's That's the wrong one. He has 35 feet of movement. He will run up to the displaced beast and start stabbing.
Mhm.
Let's see, he has a plus 10. So the first one is. Oh, and not one! Yay! This is going great for him.
Hey, Mike, you know what
And
I just realized?
No.
I didn't add any of my modifiers to my damage.
So what would be the modifiers?
A plus 9 to both of those, so it would have been an additional 18.
That's fine.
Okay,
He's still like almost dead. He
sweet.
still has more than 20 HP though.
Gibby takes my
Hits.
kill.
It could happen.
A 26 to
Uh,
hit and a dirty 20 to hit.
you have advantage because it's blind.
Oh, let's see here.
So yeah, he's
Currently
probably gonna get
laying on the
the.
ground.
Okay, then that
Yeah,
hits.
yeah, just
Uh,
dying.
yeah,
What he's doing.
and okay, no, nothing crits, but all three hits at least.
Okay.
Da-da. Plus 1, 40 plus 18, 20. 32 lightning damage.
How does
Nice.
Gibby end this creature's
You
life?
son of a bitch, Gibby.
Don't worry, Ox. I got it. I'll save you.
I'm
Gibby
gonna
says
punch
that.
him.
Just jumps up from behind Ox and stabs it in the head.
Yeah,
I have defeated the beast.
yeah, he stabs her repeatedly. He says, "I got it, Ox. I'll save you." And the creature's
As
like,
Ox sitting there with like two
"Oh,
giant swords, just like
come on!
this is this is bull crap.
I'm supposed to do it for Steven. This is for Steven too." Stabbing repeatedly, and with that, we come to a close of this battle as the space release render is no more.
Yeah, yeah.
All that's left
Everyone,
is the loud roar in the background of the Lycan Horde, the mass marching of soldiers coming from the portal just not too far away within the tree line, and the yawning and mysterious basically tear into a different plane of existence. So, what are you guys all doing?
run over to Steven and cast Revivify.
Okay.
I need to use some more Sorcerer's Sand. Starting to get low. I have
I'm
3 ounces left after this. If you don't have, do you have any diamonds, Biz?
what do you think?
Walked out of there
No.
naked, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah,
My
yeah, the
boy is
demons
dead.
just left me with my stuff. You're right.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? So yeah, let's see. I just need to. It's a level. Where is it? Where? There it is. Okay. So I cast Revivify on my sweet baby boy.
You have to make a choice this game. Hmm.
Don't you
Thanks.
dare. Steven has that a lot of times.
I'm
So has Lorenzo. What's up?
as she's doing this, I'm approaching Mulshied and Narbanu. Uh I'm just whispering about I'm trying to get Mulshied to help me with Coralox and the whole uh creature being insider thing.
Creature being
The
sighted.
parasite. Yeah.
Oh, yes, right. You're the only one that knows.
Yeah, so I'm trying to be like over there someone is kind of infected. I don't know exactly what it is. Really needs the help.
Okay. Okay, we'll get that in a minute. Let me first do this real quick. Ew. I did say Steven's leg is missing. So, um, you go on Steven, and Steven, when he awakes, both eyes open, but only one eye is glowing until the other one sort of like blinks a little bit and then turns on, quote unquote. But he immediately grabs his leg and he's like, "Oh, ah!" Do you have a healing potion?
Yeah, I have. Gonna give him a big one, I think.
Yeah, he just needs to grow his leg back or put his leg back together.
Supreme healing potion.
Supreme healing potion. Okay, and then you go to Lorenzo too. Yeah, you're probably rushing because you only have so much time.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. Why
Okay,
not?
okay. Make an acrobatics check just in case you don't drop all that sorcerer's in. No, I was kidding. That that would be terrible. All right, yeah. So, and for Lorenzo too, the Vivify scroll of Vivify, was it specifically say? Says die with unless my creature just revived. Okay. So the scroll heals the wounds. Obviously, the mortal wounds leave a scar, but as it heals, you don't like you put your hand near her neck, you try to hear for a heartbeat. You don't hear her for like a good 10 seconds until suddenly you hear a faint one, and she starts to breathe slowly. So she is still alive with 1 HP. Obviously, if you give her a peel potion, but Steven's gonna go ahead and stagger into the ruins. He's like, "Oh, I feel like a fat goblin hit me in the face."
Hmm. It wasn't a goblin per se. It was fat.
Wait, what?
It
Eh,
was a
He's looking around.
goblin.
He's just like, "Oh yeah, we're out here. I thought we were in the city." He sort of hobbles over to Lorenzo. Lorenzo just opens her eyes, and she's very weak, even if you give her the potion. But they are alive. Um, Biz, you, oh, sorry, you want to say something, Ted?
No, I was just checking out some things.
Okay. Ox, well, you're gonna go talk there as well.
oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna walk over to him. I also need to talk to the more rational out of the three of us. Biz.
So, Biz, you're there first. I'm assuming you're flying in your hand.
Yeah, it's like holding me.
All right, Scanlan. So you're flying. You hover down. Nurbanu Roland is one of the Arbites of Molshad. Molshad himself as well, along with Jace, the wizard, and Nikitas, the other admiral, the Isomar. His wings are unfurled. It obviously at first when you see the wings, then the glowing light in the distance, you're like, "Oh shit, hey, it's Golina." But then you're like, "Wait, Golina's not here anymore." And it's Nikitas, who is a paladin of Bahamut, so he has a giant smile on his face. Livens the mood quickly. All of you can feel it, so it's up to your characters if you want to put a smile on. But everyone else has a smile on because he's here.
Always smile.
Okay. The Marines are marching in columns. They're mustering not too far away from the chapel. You can see that several Marines pour into the ruins as well, bringing in tables with maps, books, seemingly looking to set this up as a forward operating base of sorts. But Biz, you rush forward first, and for you two, you see Biz now for the first time, and he looks like a normal Warforged now, except he has this giant crater in the center of his chest where his sternum would be. And as he flies down off his hand, Molshad gives you a look and says, "Hmm, new look, Biz."
Old one, actually.
Oh,
My little trip has gotten me some information about why Godolina fled and about someone else in our party. Have you heard of a cult called the Cult of the Hate-Filled Waters by any
Urbanu
chance?
speaks up as well as Nikitas. They both say very infamous out in the oceans between Deus and Briseis. Um, Old group of believers of Nicerelia, though they've been mostly pirating for over this, past centuries.
Yes, well, apparently that ship that harassed us on the way here was a bunch of them, and they infected some of our crew with some kind of parasite-like creature that is able to pilot the body against their will. Uh,
Both, sorry, real quick, Nikita sort of steps in and he hears that little part about the hate-filled water cults. And he gives Nurbanu a look and they both sort of just like understand each other. Um, And Akitas just sort of turns away from the group. He says, I'll go inform the Admiralty. And he flies a little bit away. You can see that he begins to cast sending. Well, actually, no, he summons familiar. And it's a little baby cherubim. No, it's a baby silver dragon, but with angel wings.
Aw.
It's a weird put. Um, Nirvana looks at you and interjects like, if the cult is involved, then the Admiralty will have to send as many ships as possible, which would benefit us greatly, but it will take some time. Regardless, you said that they were involved in taking.
Yes. They have some sort of creature or parasite that's able to get into someone's body and take it over.
Who's infected.
I
You can see that she immediately knows what you're talking about. And some of the Marines are like also like giving you dire looks because it sounds like they've encountered it or they know about its use.
I sort of look at Coralox and then look back.
And Nirvana's just like she gets out of sight. She's like, ugh, why'd it have to be her? Um, she quickly whispers to you. She says, there's something inside. I'm sure you already have inkling. Um, it is a very small creature. The pirates use them to take over ships, take over captains, entire crews. There are certain things that we understand how to treat them, but many of them are often brutal. However, if given some time, Molchia, and she looks at Molchia, Molchia's like, look, I'm no zoologist. I'm not like that. And the biologist chick said, no, you fool. Like, study what it is. And he's like, do you think I have time for this? He's like, I will call them. Like, I'll send word to find out how to extract. Um, but she tells you that these creatures, they can take over a person's body, like cutting off the mind from the body. Um, actually, no, yeah. So like no cure diseases would work or anything like that. You're gonna have to contain her, quarantine her. She
I
can't
can
go
do that.
anywhere
Do I hear any of this?
because these creatures have the ability to talk to each other, and there are multiple. Um, you should vet your entire companions if necessary. I won't let the Marines get involved, but if they do, they're going to do some strict things to you. Even though you all are heroes, they will still subject you to certain protocols because of what you were infected with. The cult uses this. There are legends that there's an island that they make these or raise these small little parasites, which is horrifying to think about. But if why would the cult be helping demons?
Uh, they said, I'm trying to remember correctly. I believe they agreed to give sacrifices or something like that, or to help the Nicerelia move on.
Yeah, Molchad's like, I see. They made a deal. So
Yes.
since the Freeborns turned, they couldn't get any more. I would assume a great number of sacrifices to send this goddess back. Um, they've needed
Yes.
souls fast, and the island was quickly turning to a lichen festival. So they probably just gave him lichens, which hmm,
What they
that
said. Uh, O'Dirt um is with the demon cult. He's been spreading his curse and using
Molchad
that.
would probably be the only one. He'd be like, "Oh, dirt, he doesn't exist. It's just a werewolf lord of some sorts, an old werewolf."
Yes, I didn't think he quite existed either. But it's kind of hard to deny when he stands in front of you.
I, are you sure it's the legendary O'Dirts? He
One
would
and
be
only.
distinct. Okay. If it's indeed O'Dirt, then he's one of the first werewolves ever to be noted in history. Ugh, I hate lichens. As he walks away,
All right.
he immediately starts going towards the portal. But he stops. He says, "In terms of that, I'll have to speak with a few of my compatriots over in Tarok. Um, but as Nirbanu says, you need to keep Coralox contained, and you can't let her. Well, until she gets into containment. I would assume once she herself is starting to see the walls surround her, I'm sure that whatever's inside is going to act. So it's best that you keep it subtle. But for now, and what about was that all you wanted to bring up was with Corlox?
I mean, a lot has happened. I was
Oh yeah,
told a
yeah.
lot.
Oh no,
So,
yeah. Lay it on us. Everyone's just sort of prepping in the military camp. Ox, did you have something you wanted to ask as well?
Oh yeah, yeah, I just didn't know. Did I hear any of that as I was walking up,
I
like
would
about
assume
the
so.
parasites?
I would assume so because Tav would have been too busy trying to save both her companions' lives.
Oh man, that explains why Godalina's being weird.
yes, that's why I assume, or actually not why I assume, why I saw she was there, but the creature was controlling her body.
Yep. So, hey, Biz, come over here with me for a second. I've got to talk to you about something pretty
Okay.
I walk like somewhere where we won't be like overheard by like most of the people here, if anybody. Like I will literally walk around corners and try to avoid eavesdropping. Um, so I'm
Well, Steven is following not too far away. You sort of just see like he's like chewing on a ration, or no, chewing like on a toe. You don't know how you probably know, but anyway, he's chewing a toe and he's just like starts going that way. Um, and I mean Zuvex and Rakati. What's your past perception? Over 18?
my oh yeah, probably. Hang on. My passive perception is 17.
Mine's 16.
Yours is 16. So go ahead and make a perception check, Ox.
All right, perfect. 25.
25. Okay. So you see Zuvex. The last person you're trying to track is Zuvex, and you see him uh head over around at this point
Hmm.
as if he's going around. So you're just like, fuck it, let's go this way. You're just I don't know. Did you like take him off him or are you on
Yeah,
his
like we
hand?
went off to the side. Like I'm very specifically trying
How
to
about
talk to
this?
him
You want
away
if
from
we can
others.
we can probably float
I
up
was
on
saying,
our
how about that?
hands.
I was saying, how about this? Yeah, Biz, you would just like get on and you just hover up into the air at a high point.
All right, perfect.
And everyone's just like, okay.
Speak your
It's
mind,
like
docs.
so. So I don't think we can save Godolina. I have been told by God,
Witch
Toriel
god.
specifically,
Yes.
that I am to kill her and destroy the city of Illumination.
And you plan on doing this?
Kind of don't have a choice, man.
You have a
Because I don't think.
choice.
I mean, and they. Does anyone know how to get rid of these parasites? Because the only thing people have been able to do so far is they're like, oh, it'll show itself, but no one said, oh yeah, we've dealt with these and we've gotten them out before.
I'm sure we can find a way.
Not my first. It's not my first option, but I mean,
You seem intent on it.
I I don't want to, but like, I've already pissed off like so many gods. I don't need to keep doing this. Okay, let's put it this way: if we can find a way, or we find a way to actually remove this parasite from her, I'm more than willing to carry on with my original mission. But if we can't, I'm going to kill her, and then I
So,
will destroy the city.
so what I'm understanding is Coralox wants Godolina dead now.
No,
No, Coralox, sorry. Was uh
Coriel.
Coriel, sorry. I slip of the tongue. Don't worry about it.
Whoa.
Different,
Lots
We've been
different
worse.
different thing in my head. I was talking about
Godolin is a
Coralox
god,
earlier.
or god, Corlax is a god.
Coriel wants Godolina dead.
You're good.
yes.
I was confident. I was like,
And if a deity is just telling me to kill someone, that means that the deity probably, well, you know what? Got an idea. I'm gonna try this. We'll talk about this later. But
Okay.
I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna start praying.
okay.
Don't pray
I'm
on
just
my
reaching.
hand.
I'm gonna reach out and just give the information out to the universe for this god and ask if there's another way.
I'm gonna set
I
Ox
know that
down
I've
on the
been commanded,
ground.
but I'm kind of a wild card. Why wouldn't I ask questions?
That's fine. So what are you doing? Are you just sitting there?
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna focus on the mark that I have that was given to me by Coriel
Or you
through Godolina.
okay. Okay. So what do you say?
I'm seeking guidance. I understand the mission that was laid before me, but with the additional information that we've gotten, is there not another way?
As Business Hand sets you down, your tush lands on the ground.
Hmm.
Nirbanu, you hear Nirbanu, and Malchus like, so what was that about? I would assume everyone asked that. It's up to you if you want to tell them.
I'm gonna be
Because
honest, I don't really know.
because Ox is obviously playing the I'm not talking to anybody right now. Don't bother me. So you're trying to tune all these things out, and as you do
Hmm.
so, obviously there's this uneasy quietness that you're not accustomed to.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Um, and as you wait for some sort of sign, probably about 20 seconds pass until you just slowly open your eyes, and you just look down and you see both the loud whisper in the night and what's the X called again?
The Crimson Tyrant.
And the Crimson Tyrant just right there is where you set them in front of you. And you just look at both of them and you can see both auras just resonate this profound evil, this profound need to slaughter and kill. And because you've never really done this before and all you've simply done is made an oath, the mark glows, but there is no response except all that you see are these two weapons of mass destruction. And it's really all on Ox and whether or not what decision he wants to make alone as he looks at these two weapons of mass destruction.
Oh God.
The answer
There
is
is.
yours to choose.
Wow. Cool, bro.
Corell's
I
not the
see.
type of guy to repeat himself.
Well,
Either you get it done or you don't.
all right. Well, I'm gonna take that as my sign, and I'm saying nothing to no one.
So as it's that sort of thing happening, Tav, what are you doing now that Lorenza and Stephen
Steven.
have returned?
Well,
Coralax is sort of walking in, and as you're walking into, your passive perception is pretty high too, right?
but not 2i16, I think.
You can still.
16, yeah.
What's your insight? Sorry, passive insight.
Passive insight is 16 also.
You can still gather from at least Nurbanu, Molshied, Spiz, Roland's, um, even the other Warforge, and definitely Ox. That there's something amiss, but you can't. You can definitely tell that all three of them are conflicted with their own situations. Um, but as soon as Corlox enters, Nurbanu sort of like motions her head a little bit, and there's a couple Marines that sort of like step in Corlox's way. They don't stop her; they just sort of slow her down. And Nurbanu goes to hug you first, Tash. Like, Taff, I just saw you revive Lorenza. Are you okay? Is she okay?
Yeah. Uh, She's mostly fine. Dying isn't fun.
Mhm.
But Yeah.
Horlox walks up behind you. Nurbanu, it's been a while. Nurbanu just sort of takes one step back. And she's like, Corlox, you look great. Covered in viscera as normal. She's like, yeah, I killed that the displacer render. And Nurbanu just nods her head. There's two Marines like nearby. And Tab, you can feel if there's a tension. You know, Nurbanu's still friendly. But you can tell that she's very tense around Corlox. Molshiad too is keeping an eye out on Corlox, and you start to look around. All the Marines inside the chapel are all either giving her a glance from time to time or straight up just staring at her. The Marines outside obviously are working, but you can sort of tell that there's some Marines who are just like lifting some boxes and stuff like that. And they're just like, hey, they're like giving gestures over to, so it's spreading. Word is spreading that she's infected with something, but you don't really know. Well, you know, but you don't know, right? So,
Yeah, but
but your passive insight can just lean in on like everyone's sort of tense around Gordolina, and you can only imagine why. Um,
Cornelius back.
Yeah.
or
Oh no,
sorry,
we gotta run.
Corlax. You gotta run.
See, I'm not the only person that does it.
Um, Biz has returned with Ox having a little powwow, which is hilarious. But Biz probably goes back to talk to Molchad, but the other Warforged wants to talk to him. What are you gonna do in this situation?
I'm just gonna look around a little bit. Uh, what the fuck is going on?
What's Steven's passive? You know?
Oh, insight.
Yeah,
It's what's it? 10, 14.
he can get a little bit of it.
Passive
So
insight is hands.
so he'll walk over and he'll be like, "So why is everyone looking at Corlux funny?"
I don't really know. I mean, she is very hot, but
Both
still,
like
this
Nirvana
is
and Bullshit are like, "We're not looking at her." At the same time.
okay. That's just if you say something at the same time to deny it, it's just you confirming it. But still, I won't. I don't know what's happening. But can someone please explain? I'm lost here.
I can talk to you about it.
No, Verkati's just going to whisper into your ear about well, what was overheard, but Corlax can't hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, no.
Corlax is like,
Oh.
can I get some water? And like one of the Marines is like, you can take this whole barrel. Pushes it over and then walks away.
What? They they can't act for shit.
Yes, acting natural is not these guys' forte, I suppose.
Okay.
All right. So yeah.
I'm just gonna go to Korlog, but yeah, they're acting weird, but don't pay any mind to it. I don't know what they are, but come here. Let's just go and take it easy for a bit. Let them do the work. I'm just
Okay,
gonna walk
yeah.
by to a
I
wall
need to
then.
clean and change a little bit. Might as well go freshen up.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay. And Steven's just like looks at you, Biz. He's like, should I go or am I in danger?
I
Steven,
think
come
maybe
here.
okay.
He's like, coming.
The poor child.
Oh man, we could have hung out and done some practice.
Um,
We need
jeez.
to spend some quality time together.
I'm still trying to work out the cannonball method with him.
You be careful with my child.
Like you
So
were
what do
careful
you
with him not 20 minutes ago.
You be
Jaden just walks off.
look? It's hard being a mother. Okay.
it's very hard being
That
a
should
single mom.
never be a concern as a mother. How many times have I killed my child?
I haven't killed him directly.
That's worse.
That is horrifying.
So, with the tables being set, Nurbanu, Molshed, the lower or junior officers start gathering. Um, Nurbanu and Nikitas. Um, what are you all doing as they're still
I
having their powwows?
I kind of want to talk to Molshiad and Nurbanu.
Okay. Um, Roman, you back? Okay. What did you want to say anything, or what did you want to do, Roman?
I'll approach that Warforged.
Okay.
Uh, I just kind of look at him and say, name and station.
Magark, stationed in Epiketla.
Hmm. Uh, how'd you make it here?
Me and previously five others were last of Brazilian Sound, including you. We were looking to find Talmec after assault on Apex. We have learned some things, and if you are indeed the biz that has been talked about throughout the continent, then I have information for you that you must hear.
Sure. See if it's anything new.
Where's that? What the
What the hell?
hell? Let's see. Was that one?
Eh?
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes real quick. Okay, so with that. So Magark tells you that they've been searching for Father Tomic. And he says, me, and he gestures over to the dead Warforge over here. What is his name? Palladus? Paladix. Paladix. We're all that remains on our travels here, learning through contacts and just finding information. We eventually learned, or now I've eventually learned that there is a new creation forge, and I wanted to tell you and see if you can, either you or I, well, you're the Sandswimmers. I'm sure you will probably be going in there first, but I need to warn any other remaining that we could find here. There's still probably many out there captured, probably within these freeborn fortresses. Maybe I can go and rally them. But I thought you'd know that there's a creation forge. My estimate's probably on Manx Islands, deep underground. Um, I can't say that a majority of my team were captured, and if the reports are true, I hear that they're repurposing us. And these are all information that you sort of already know. And so he's just finally telling you, but it's good to know that there are other Warforged still out there, and at least this person knows the truth about it. Um, so that's already what he wanted to talk to you about.
Okay. I think I want everyone to know this. I'll probably just kind of repeat it to everyone, or at least to like the admiral and stuff about the whole new creation forge and the let's see.
Molchaz is like, wait, so they're using undead Warforged.
Yes, they're twisting Warforged on will, and they
Yeah, that's
plan.
not good. That's not good at all.
No, it's not bullshit. They
I thought all those people died in Apocrypha, from where the rumors said.
apparently one made it out, and she is taking a real keen interest in me. Uh,
He sort of looks at your chest. Is that why? Why is that why they took your
it's why they kept me alive. They want to try again.
Molchaz sort of like his brain's thinking. He's like, hmm, Creation Forge, Shard Creation. It's a big no-no.
Yes, it
It's a
is.
big no-no. You said it was a Voldalkin woman?
Yes, I have her name.
Ugh.
Hold on.
It's even worse. She can outthink me.
It's Silsa.
Silson. Silson. IMF.
Yes.
Imperial, those fanatics. I've heard that name. The Imperial, Development Departments. Basically, a bunch of Imperial nuts who use experiments to further the Empire's power. And I can leave that to your own imagination, what they could cook up with unlimited resources and
Yes, I think I can
clients.
imagine a thing or two.
Yeah. So she's from that. I've heard about her. I've heard about her experiences, experiments in conducting necromancy, especially um, pseudosciences and all that stuff. Makes sense. Makes sense. That's not good. As he sort of walks away again, this time he goes and he lights a cigarette.
Uh, and then let's see, what else was there? There's a few other people. Uh, there it goes. It's back. All right, hold on. A few other people. Iron Hide, a person from the Cyber Sanctum, has or was a traitor.
Do you tell that to Magog?
Yes,
He says, that's impossible. He trained us in magic. He's the one that instituted all the knowledge we have, at least our foundations of magic. You say that he
he,
works for them?
my mic is going out. Yeah, he works for them. More so, he actually gets his power from them. So
Primus Primus dictates though. How does hmm, that's very strange and
yes.
worrying.
And about um Telemek, I know where he is.
Oh,
He's being used or was being used as basically a test vessel
he like
with
steps closer. He's like, what do you mean he's being used?
they are desperate to control the shard and they see us as a way of doing that, but they figured out that they couldn't just do it on anyone. They've been trying to get it to work with Telemech, but
He looks at your chest cavity and says, so the stories are true. You are the Warforged that carried a shard and lived.
not too happy about it.
So they need you. But they're using Father in the process. So what's going to happen to Father?
I don't know. And it's not just him. They have the souls of, I don't know, dozens, hundreds of Warforged like us.
Their body sort of interjects. She's like, the commander that you freed and sort of was given new purpose, the one that spread misinformation. He did mention that there are many prisoners, Warforged prisoners, is still in freeborn custody. I'll make sure once we link up with this commander you mesh at Az Stronghold to release them. They'll probably help in your efforts. You know, you can also count on us too. And Magark's like, this is a Warforged concern.
Wow.
But I appreciate you releasing my people, our people. They will need to fight. This cannot be made to exist. That's good for no one, especially your people. Nah, Narzan's like, what do you mean, you people?
I'm so glad that he said it before I did.
Had to be one of the barbarians.
What do you mean, you people?
Is there anything else you wanted to tell?
And I'm just I don't know if we want me to rattle off all the information I got, but I was gonna tell them like all the people who were there.
You okay? You want me to you just okay? So a list of people who were there.
I have it's like Jinmaris, Nadrin, Odor, then it was Whisper, who was the Raven Aarakocra, I believe.
Mhm.
And then it was Silsa, and then a mule-headed demon and Godolina.
So you guys know that the Mulehead Demon is out on the field with Xanandrin, so there is still those two people fighting at Stronghold. Um, and the horse demon's a really strong demon, pretty much. It's a commander type. But Silsa, obviously, Molchia gives his 2 cents about her. Nobody and the rest really don't know. Magark does hear of her, obviously in terrible Warforged experiments with the Apexi and Divisio. That's how Magark knows her. Um, Odurks, everyone's still in disbelief that it's the actual Odurk because he's like a children's scare story. It's like, oh, the big bad wolf werewolf lord's gonna turn you into a lichen. Gonna take you from your home.
Ooh,
Yeah. Do you want to be a
That's
werewolf? Do
neat.
you want to be a werewolf?
I mean,
You
kinda.
want to be a werewolf?
Get inside.
Wait, no.
Do you want to be a teeny bopper wolf? Do you want to be a teeny bopper wolf? All right, so
I want to play basketball as a werewolf.
Right, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking Teen Wolf. I was thinking Teen Wolf the entire time. Uh, yeah. Nikitas is messaging people. Jace will walk in and he will come in and he'll say, "So what about the portal?" And he gestures at the large yawning portal. And the Marines over there are like not near it. Oops, are not technically near it, but they're peering in. And those who have a passive perception of like 16 or higher, you can hear them talking like, "Oh, dude, I can see stuff moving in over there." It's like, "Oh yeah, those look like eyes." Chase is like, "That's still a live portal, so we have to make a decision as well." Um, so
Um,
for right now, the army's about to move on as Stronghold, and we still have this portal to deal with. You already probably can assume that most of the people here want this portal destroyed, for obvious reasons. It's probably going to spawn more demons.
Hmm.
But just to keep everyone a generalized, simple plan so you guys can make your own decisions, the army's going to move in on Az. They're going to regroup with the Freeborns. They're going to try to wipe out all the Lycans, and then once they're done, they'll move on to Manx, hopefully to help you guys out in that time period. But you guys still have obviously your main objective is to find the City Illumination, which you
Destroy
guys
it.
and you sort of know where it's at thanks to Biz. But also the information about Coralox too. That is huge because it's not just Coralox, it's Godolina. And because only half, technically more than half the party knows that Godolina is infected with something like that, they want to try and get rid of it instead of kill her. Um, so there's that, and that means that there's that line of investigation with this cult of the hate-filled waters.
So where does this portal go? Just like to a demon place?
I
No one
don't think,
knows.
yeah, we don't
No
know.
one knows.
So, but we know that guy ran through it to get away.
Wagner did go through it, and you do know that lichens come through there, but also you know that they actually went through it too, because that's what Zuvek reported.
Yeah. So it probably leads to like, you know, the heart of this operation, but that means we'd be walking into the belly of the beast.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Oh, calm down, Ox, please.
No, no, no,
Don't.
no, no. We're gonna take a rest, and then we're gonna go in.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
I think that's suicide.
Jace sort of steps in and says, "I not to overstep my boundaries. I'm still relatively new here, but I am of mind with Hawks. I think you should all go. Send a small task force. It was in my visions. That's why I'm sort of here, is to help see things through. And
I
in that
have the
vision,
biggest smile on my face because someone agrees with me. I'm just like, eh.
Ooh, ooh, agreeing
l-
with Ox. Oh God.
he's like, look, I serve a powerful deity known as Bokap. He's not one for fortune telling, but I have a knack for fortune telling. I have seen several portents while I was away with Nurbanu out in the open seas, and those portents showed me visions of all three of you, all of you, really, your companions as well, entering that portal, finding your way into, as you put it, is the belly of the beast. But it is the quickest way to the city. And he looks at both of you. Tab, have you returned by now? Or are
Yeah,
you
I'm back.
okay? Corlock's still a little bit around her because she sort of feels it's like, I'm just gonna stay over here. not gonna bother anybody. Everyone feels like they're in a certain way. And Steven's like, they just don't like you right now.
Oh my
Thank you, Stephen.
God.
And Lorenzo and Gibby both just smack the shit out of Steven. And, and Jay says, I see you all make your way to the city, but it is a perilous journey and one that I am there for. If we don't, the city will come and it will come here first. And I have seen what will happen if we do not go. This entire island is glassed with us in it, gone.
I look
And
at
so
Jason
Nirvana,
like, I look at Jason like, you're a sand swimmer now. Let's get going.
No,
You
I
can't
don't
just
want them
give out the
associated with me.
title.
I can absolutely give out whatever title I want.
No, you
I guess I'm not
can't.
a Sandswimmer. You can do whatever you want.
You're a princess.
that is also true.
Um, um,
Technically not. You're you're like a replacement. Oh.
I'm the
Uh,
replacement, guys.
in the sense of the job.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm
The
filling in.
job. You're filling in the job title because you need at least three people to be.
No, no, we gave Biz sand swimmer status like way back. It's
I
fine.
don't. I don't think I've ever been like legally put into the like
No, I think
adventuring
Jeffrey
group.
has
Yeah.
literally just been writing it off. He said,
I
yeah,
think Biz
Sterling is
doesn't want to be
still
part of
here.
it.
No, I'm pretty sure Jeffrey's like Sterling's still alive. So
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
still
writing.
dope.
He's like, I still got to pull, still on payroll.
That's
So he doesn't want to go through the legal shit. So, well, I mean, he had to take shortcuts somewhere. So,
He's a busy guy.
um,
Hey, where are we supposed to meet that one lady's friends?
Who?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
the pretty lady. What's her
The
name?
caravan
Alkazi.
people.
Alkazi. You guys made a deal with Alkazi?
I mean, we asked for help
Yeah.
and she said, "Okie dokie."
you do remember she said that her team would be there by tomorrow night, so later tonight.
All
But
right,
you all,
fantastic.
yeah. But if you go to the port, you're like, wait, how do they
Well,
get
we
into
need to
us?
rest first. We can't just go hauling
It's
in there
11.
without a rest.
It's 11 a.m.
Doesn't matter. We just went
Take a
through a
little
big fight.
midday nap.
Well,
Little
no, I'm
bit.
saying
Uh,
like it's still going to be like 4 or 5 o'clock by the time you are ready to
Yeah,
go.
they won't be here by
Yeah,
the time
yeah.
we're done resting.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah.
that's fine. Anyways, so Nirvana's like, okay, you, I
I'm sorry,
could,
who's coming? What's the deal with
yeah,
this?
Nirbanu and Nikita sort of look at each other like, I think we should. Nikita's like, we should destroy the portal. It is evil. We need to focus the fight here and save as much lives as we possibly can.
Hey, hey, I've
We
got a
don't.
compromise. You wait for us, we go through, and then you can destroy it.
Okay, cut off our exit. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I was I was thinking that
Look,
too,
we all
but
knew this wasn't going to end well.
Jace, yeah, even Jace speaks up. This random stranger. He's just like, it's supposed to happen that way, though. If we go through it, we should destroy it to ensure that no one goes through.
uh, yes, I just do you have a time frame on things or are they just
It's not like
okay?
that. It just happens. It's random images in random places. So I'll be like behind a pillar, like barely behind a pillar, as if I'm there but not there. I feel
Oh,
like that.
man. I had a day like that. I drank a lot.
Okay.
I know these are not
You drink a
things.
lot, Jace.
I do not drink. I do not. He's like, I partake, don't get me wrong. I just don't do it as a habit.
Yeah, he's cool.
Um he
Oh
says,
God.
look, I understand what I'm telling you is not what you want to hear. It's definitely something I don't want to say, but I I do this because I believe in it. I go and I try to help and tell people that there is bad things coming. It's a gift that I was given. Right now, this event, what is happening here, will resonate for the rest of history. And I don't want it to end up in one way as opposed to how it could end up in another. But unfortunately, you all need to get there as fast as possible. If Godolina touches that city or gets into that city, the bodies are going to stack soon and quickly.
All right. So we need to start making expedition. Then let's get prepared.
That moment right there when he said that, it took everything in Ox's power not to just look over at Tab and just go, and that's why we have to kill her. But he's gonna wait until we step through the portal.
If she knew at that point, then you said that would have been good. Actually, even better in my opinion.
It'd be terrible if you just said that out loud to the
Out loud,
entire
yeah,
army that's
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
kill
gotta kill
who?
this angel.
Yeah, and Jace sort of looks at you, Ox, and he gives you that look, as if he knows. He's not saying you should. He said he knows what you need to do and other options that you have, but he knows that you have responsibility
Oh no!
because he's probably seen
He's
one
probably
instance or
seen
another.
of a couple different outcomes.
Yeah. So
Oh
you can
no!
see he pulls out his pocket watch biz, and you can notice that there are a lot of um clockwork writings. And you can see that he is a wizard of divination. You can see that he has a couple of smaller tomes on his side that are attached to his belt. He has a writing pamphlet. He has an auto quill that's sort of just like magnetized. It looks magnetized to his interior vest. Um, you can see that he has an invisible homunculi that's always an invisible homunculi who is always taking notes. He's not like looking. The homunculi looks like a cherubim, like a baby with angel wings. He's just sitting on his shoulder, just taking notes. If you want to look at the notes, it's literally him making observations throughout the day. So maybe he just needs it to have a complete notation of his day.
Oh, I have one of those too.
Um, but there is a lot of clockwork tech on him, and a lot of it are Imperial made. So him being from the IMF obviously already gives you negative or red flags. But he also has a lot of clockwork tech that was obviously designed by Imperial hands, not Warforged hands. But it's quite sophisticated. The watch itself, you can tell by the glyphs that he is having a meeting with a another planar creature. He's contacting another planar creature. But you can't see it, so he's probably telepathically. That's sort of like a beacon, sort of like a transponder for him. Um, as he's doing so, you can notice that they're also recording, so he's recording what he's saying. Um, Nirbanu and Akitas turn to each other and like, okay, so you're going in there. That's a lot of our heavy firepower gone, but if the city is as terrible as the stories say they are, I also want to see Godolina. So it's best that you go and save her and make sure that she comes back alive so that we all can have breakfast back at
Son of a bitch. I'm just looking at the ground.
Hmm, I have to do a
Oh,
bad thing.
I have to kill a person
I have to steal
again. Oh
people's happiness
no.
again.
Ah,
So,
this is the path of pain.
so Nurbanu looks at Nikitas, and Nikitas is like, "All right, I will lead the ground offensive. Nurbanu, you handle logisticals here. Once we reconvene with this commandery mesh, we can start planning the rest of our movements. In terms of what we can spare, we can give you some of our veterans, but we can't give you too much since the loss of the first fleets. Um, but he says he'll also lean in and he'll say, no, actually, he'll telepathically talk to me because he could do that. Everyone besides Corlox. And he will say, um, shit, what does he say?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you wanna build a snowman? Do you
Um,
wanna build a snow clown?
fuck, what does it say?
Oh wait.
So Nikias is like, shit, I forgot what to say. My bad, guys. What was the last thing I said? I said I was talking about.
I think you're avoiding talking to Coralox, so
Oh,
assume there's something about that.
and let's. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it anymore. All right. So he doesn't say anything. He just says, "We'll reconvene. Take the islands." Oh no, I do remember. He says, "Everyone keep a watch on Horlocks." And she also says that there is a ship, or not ship, a outpost to the north, and he suggests that you could have her stay there. He says that there's a lot of angles for snipers to shoot at the area, so if anything goes wrong, they can hit a trank.
This is the first time Tav's hearing sure that like we're not trusting Coralox at all.
Yeah, he assumes that Tab knows. He assumes Tab knows. So Tab, you're hearing all this stuff for the first time.
I'm just putting like my hand on her shoulder.
Well,
Yeah.
no, no, no. What's his face had told
Yeah.
Tab about what was going
Yeah,
on.
they
Oh, Verkati, that's
whispered.
Oh
right.
right,
Verkati, that's
okay.
Yeah,
right. I forgot.
so
That would have been
but
funny though.
still, it's hurts deep in my heart.
Yeah, even Givy and Lorenzo are just like, shit. And Steven's just like, damn, everyone's gonna ignore her. So, um, yeah, that's the plan. It's really you guys. Dude, Molshiad looks at the portal, thinking that he wants to go, but even Zuvex, or so even Roland, his the ranger sort of walks in, takes off his helmet. Big, broad shoulders, dark skinned man with curly, short hair. He has a goatee and he looks at Molshiad and he says, "I know you want to go, but the army's going to need your magic here."
My God, I just thought of something. I don't
And
know if
Molshiad's
any.
like, "And my money."
I know how that feels, man.
You're gonna say something, Lance?
Oh no, I just go. I don't know if anyone here could use this. Molshiad, I'm going to entrust this to you because I think was it is Cyrus back or is he still dead?
He's dead.
Yeah, you
Okay,
only revived a few people.
okay. So I
You're gonna
just go
remove everyone.
until such time as Cyrus is back. I'm entrusting you with this, and I hand over Cyrus's axe.
To Molshiad?
Yeah, because I don't know what it does, but I know what it is.
Oh, okay, okay. He looks at you, gives you a glance. He's like, "Okay." Puts it on a table. His table, not anyone random table.
Yeah, see that? Even I have self restraint.
Okay.
Say
Speaking
that in
of
my own head.
equipment, um, Mustia, do you happen to have a spare wand or staff or
Components. This
rod
guy's naked
or
and has a hole in
component
his chest.
pouch?
Molshiad looks at you and says, "I can
I
give you a
sort of
spare.
stole all my stuff.
I can give you a spare components a pouch and a wand.
Either would work, yeah.
I'll give you both." Here. He goes into his bag of holding. He gives you an immaculate ivory wand, and he gives you a very velvet made uh, components pouch.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I understand how it feels to be exposed in the world without your magic. That's why I'm a sorcerer. So
So dark.
Uh, just a
he's
normal
like,
wand.
he's yeah, he's like wizards.
I think that's his backwards. Uh,
Um, yeah, no,
right. Uh,
yeah, actually, I would have spare components. Okay, so what is everyone doing? You guys take your long rest, obviously. So you guys want to take your long rest, go
Yep.
ahead. Um, from time to time during your long rest, some of you do feel a little bit tense as from time to time at the portal, it moves and fluctuates for a moment until suddenly at the end of you. Well, did you guys want to do anything during your long rest?
My long rest, since all I was going to do is just chit chat, as I was actually going to walk up to Molshiad, or like
Okay,
when he's by himself at some
okay,
point when he's not in the middle of something, and just go, look, I have to be as blunt with this as I possibly can. Has there
okay.
ever been a known success of removing one of these parasites?
Well, yeah, looks and says, "I think so. It it's just a small creature. I've heard tales of how they attracted it out of it, but most of the time it was already in a corpse state. So can't for certain say that it was perfect or it was well done. But there have been stories of people who have used some sort of incense or have lured it using magic, but it's not my forte.
Mm,
If it comes down to it, I'm sure I can find some sort of spell. I've reached out to my contacts back in the capital city of um, Torcon, and hopefully they'll get back to me sometime later in the day, if not tomorrow, if not even, within a few days.
do you have a
Give me
way to
some.
contact? Do you have a way for me to contact you?
I could give you one of my sending stones. Roland, he's saying, give me your sending stone. He goes over to Blade Luster, who's the tiefling, the other Arbite, takes it from his back pocket, and gives his to Molchied. Molchied's like, Blade, he's like, give it back to Blade. I need him. He needs it more. He's like, oh, okay, fine.
I'm like,
He's like, he's my
okay,
logistical officer. I need to talk to him like every 5 hours. He's like, fine.
okay. I take that and I go, well, Hail Mary it is.
Mhm. Now remember, Hail Mary it is. No, he looks at it. He's like, Hail Mary. Yeah, Hail Mary it is. Good luck down there. Oh,
Not,
by the way, as because the entire time he's been looking at the portal, but he's also been like moving around, like as he's like pacing. And
hmm.
so finally he stops pacing when you talk to him, and he looks over, and you can all hear that there's like a marching column, and cresting over like a nearby knoll or a nearby hill is a ramp, or sorry, like a trailer bed made of like wooden wheels. Actually, a large cart, very large cart, a flatbed cart, sort of like a raft with wheels. Pulling, if you guys remember, that large ornate egg on Thar Island. I think it was at Ocean Watch, or was it the other fortress? No, no, it was sitting there.
Oh yeah.
You learn what it was. It was called the Mighty Servant of Luco. It was a war suit that could be manned by two people, and it could do devastating things. But obviously, the one thing you did learn is that it had a soul or of its own in a way, and that sometimes it could take over people controlling it. But it is a relic. It is said that there are only like 10 made, and that one alone could kill, or one alone could conquer a kingdom. He says, I figured you all would be going in there or going to some sort of hellhole one way or another, and I figured, you know what? I'll be nice to them. I'll tell them that what they found was very, very powerful and they could use it. And as the soldiers pull in, everyone looks onward, and Nirvana's like, the hell is that? Is that a giant egg? And I was about to say Thurzog. And Molshia turns and he says, no, even better. It is a servant. And you and Magark, Biz, instantly know, because it is one of the 10 pristine eggs of Primus. These are created by Luco, one of the disciples, one of the first to try to bring order from Mechanus into the material plane. These mighty servants served him and basically conquered the world for a time. Um, this is a to consider a holy relic in your land, a holy relic to many warforged who revere Primus. Um, to have one is Magark's like, once we use this, we need to return it back into proper hands.
I agree. It should be returned back to the Cyber Sanctum. But using it now would
Moshe
be a
has like
great
look,
boon.
he's like wiping it with like a cloth. He just looks at both few warforges.
It's not belong to you, Molshiad.
I fixed it without
And you know what?
Primus.
You have the Cyber Sanctums. Thanks.
Oh, I know I do. I have contact with a couple of forged Eternals. Not the mad one that came out here recently.
I'd hope so.
Maybe one deal or two.
Man, you guys
You
are talking a bunch of
Need to
nonsense.
get rid of a few
How's this work?
firearms. So he looks at you all and says, so two people get attuned to this, mighty servants. It's going to do you some justice. and I hope it serves you well. And Magark's like, it will definitely serve us well. But he told you says, I must find the rest of our kin, and once I find them and regrouped, we will join you in the final battle. I've already sent word to trusted contacts. The what's his name? What was the Forge Eternal's name again?
Uh, hmm. Binkus.
Shut up. Shut the front door.
The one that the trader.
Well,
Uh,
sort of. No, the one.
I
No, the one that is that came for you, came for
the
Sterling.
Etched Herald.
The Etched Herald. He's like, so since there's still agents of the Etched Herald and his doctrine still on in the Empire or in the Kingdom, um, he tells you that he's only told only a few because of that. But maybe they'll send help, maybe not. But for the most part, he has told them about the egg that might come to play later.
Oop.
We want egg back.
So I'm just like, so two people to man this thing. I've got the perfect two people. Narzan, Steven.
No.
That's a new
Steven's
brand of
like,
heresy.
I want to. Would that thing can move? Oh my dead gods!
Steven, you need to be at least this tall to ride that thing.
What?
Maybe let's not
Pick up
entrust the
Steven and
armor that
hold him
can
higher than your hand.
conquer. This maybe let's not entrust it to a child.
He's not a child. He's not a child. He
I
just
He,
looks like
look
he
at
one
him
on
and
the
I
is
see a
outside.
child.
he is a child. He
He looks
is.
like one on the outside, and he also acts like one on the inside. So
That's just poor parenting. No,
by all means, he is a child.
no guile
And
whatsoever.
if
I
he's
just
not,
say that out loud.
He is a child ox still. He's like 3 years old max. Maybe 5 max.
Anyway, fine. Who's gonna pilot it?
is it from what I know, is it like is like a big like armor suit that would like be good for like a melee fighter, right? Something like
No,
that, I
no,
assume.
it's you literally you when you're inside it, you tell it what to do. It only has like four things to do. Obviously, you can get creative, but you just tell it. You don't really
Okay, so it
do
just does
anything.
things for
Yeah,
you.
you just need to be in it, but you tell well, you sort of do things with like controls, but it's not too extensive.
Well, great news is I'm back and I can make a copy of one of us, so you can consider one slot filled easily.
Coralax is the first to say it. So what happened to your shard?
Uh,
What an
it's gonna look
insensitive
down a
question.
giant hole in my chest.
There's a giant hole in his chest. Like it's like
It's it's been removed
You
violently.
you you want me to mend that hole, or are you fine with like
I don't know if it's gonna fix. But uh, I don't know. I think I'll
Can you
just
get it
stick with it for
back?
now. I don't want the shard back.
Oh,
oh, so it's a good thing that
Well,
I took
no,
it.
because the shard's with a bunch of demons who want to put it back in me and control me.
Yeah,
so
but
they're
still.
after you still.
That's why they brought me back.
hmm.
So we still have to keep watch out.
Keep watching me.
Yeah, well, I mean, keep from them coming. I
Protect
mean,
you.
so yeah,
Yeah.
protect you. Sorry, I mean, she's like, I don't know, but people are watching me for some odd reason.
I
Well,
think you have
look at
nothing
you.
to worry
You
about.
like you're Corlux. You're the great Corlux.
It's
Stop acting weird.
I'm not acting weird. You're acting weird.
No, this is pretty tough. This makes sense.
Like, have you seen her? My God.
I have. I flirted with her for a little bit when we first met, but she wasn't interested in me, so it's whatever.
I read Tesla. Maybe you should break the news so that she's not coming with us.
But, but,
I
but
mean, when has being honest ever not hurt you in the
Okay,
past?
you have like truly like I don't know how far we're into this rest, but we're about to leave. And when we do, she's gonna want to come with you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but how are we gonna do it without the parasite activating?
Verkati's like, I think it's best that we take her with us and then seal the door behind us or the
Yeah.
portal.
Bring
Yeah.
the living bug,
Yeah, at
the
least it won't
live wire.
but at least it won't infect the officers in the army.
Okay, I can do something with her, but we need to
Can
start
I?
keeping this shit under wraps.
First bridge we
Yeah,
see.
it's fine. You, you, you killed enough of my people.
I don't plan on killing her, if that's what you're implying.
Yeah, but Oxus.
Horn
Ox, do
demands
you want to
blood.
bite the other piece of news that you have also?
Do what? Oh, my news? No, not until we enter the portal.
Okay,
What news?
Shut up. We'll get to it.
so it's not mine to tell. Back to the giant suit of armor. Who's piloting it theoretically?
Obviously, you should because it's
Should I?
yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I'd be more useful being able to cast spells outside of
I
it.
don't know. He'd be more useful if you're able to hit things too.
What?
Okay, I'm never going to teleport you again, and you'll see how
No, I'm
useful I
talking
am.
about the fact that you should be able to see through it, right? So you can still cast spells from inside.
Is that true?
So
Or
I don't
am I?
know. How are you going to see how to tell it what to do if you can't see?
He's
I
got a point.
my assumption was that I don't know. I guess I don't know exactly how this thing works. I'm making a lot of assumptions.
Now you can know what it feels like to be physically powerful and not just mentally.
I used to be physically powerful.
No, the shard was physically powerful.
Nope.
You were just a side effect.
Before that, I was
What?
I was constructed quite strong. I was a blacksmith.
And you gave it up for magic?
I
Boo.
didn't give anything up. The thing
Well,
was
I've never
forced
seen you
onto
make a
me.
suit of armor.
My arms are so weak now, and I've been so busy.
More spaghetti.
Maybe I'll work on making armor again after I finish dealing with the war and saving my friends. But it's not been very pertinent since I've been
You
myself.
technically can't cast magic inside because you're inside.
Okay, that's why I
Yeah, like
assumed.
you can see, but you just can't because there's a
There's a thing between you and everyone
barrier.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a
I just look at Moleshed. I'm like, is there a chance I can incite a
now you can
rage
go
from
on the
within it?
hatch because there's a hatch on top. You can cast from on top, of course. But what is that?
Hey, I was just gonna be like, can we use? I mean, I don't know. We just need someone that, because I'm pretty sure that. Ah, fine, I'll do it.
I'm not saying you need to do it. We should plan this before we go in, right?
Okay, so absolutely make a copy of someone
Someone,
you trust.
probably me.
I don't know if you can
But
deal with that heartache.
then someone else has to fill the other seat in the machine.
Fine, I'll do it.
You're saying fine like you don't want to, but it really sounds like you want to.
Like,
I don't. I
Gibby or
don't really
Lorenza
want
can
to.
do it, so
Well, no, see, I'm
probably.
torn. I'm torn on this, right? Because on the battlefield, I'm a strong warrior and I destroy things. But I mean, you need someone that knows how to swing a sword properly or a fist.
I don't think you do. I think it does it itself.
Yeah,
Well, I tell it what to do.
You tell it what to do, so and anyone can tell it to swing a sword at someone.
That's not how that works. You have to do it with
And
finesse.
Ox, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you a compliment for the first time in my life. I think you're more worthwhile outside of the suit than you are in it.
That's fair. All right.
So maybe
Tab,
we
you
give it.
do it.
I think
I
Tab's
was gonna
also more worthwhile outside of the suit. You guys
I
like
don't
do
know.
a lot without a machine doing things for you.
we
Right?
have
Then fine, Steven.
what?
I
Stop it,
don't
Ox.
trust the child with the
Stop.
like
Steven has like
child of a
starry eyes.
god.
He's like, I can finally
Look,
be a Gundam pilot.
you know
I
about
We
Gundam?
It's called Gunpla in this. We make it at our convenience stores.
we have Gibby, Lorenza,
I think choose
Narzan.
literally any of the those besides Steven and we're good.
So
Yeah,
Koroks.
No.
She's not gonna be here. Well, she will, but we'll deal with her.
Oh God.
I I understand what you mean, but the way you said it sounded dark.
We can make it darker.
You are bloodthirsty. And the fact that you're aiming it towards all of your friends is alarming.
This is called having a sense of humor. It's just a dark one.
All right. Choose one of your friends to
All
pilot
right,
the mech.
Narzan.
Sure.
This is
Naizen.
like,
But but
yeah.
but I do have a request. And Steven
Hmm.
hang out in there with them.
Why he
Why
can
would I
Because for the last few times, Steven keeps getting wrecked, and I want him safe. Not to mention, he'd be pretty stoked to be inside of a giant robot. Look at his face.
yeah,
Woo!
such a bad idea? Such a
he
bad
can
idea.
he
Woo!
can ride on top of it, not in it.
I feel like
One leg in.
One leg in, one leg out.
I mean,
Like
I
I
feel like
understand
it's
what I understand what you mean, Ox, but still, he is very powerful
I
also.
think you know what would keep him
Fine.
safe is not bring him to a battlefield. That's my opinion on it.
Wow. Speaking like a real Sandswimmer. War crimes and all.
He's taking away the war crime.
I want him to stay like here or at like back in Macerna. I don't want him on. I never thought the idea of bringing this child into this war was a good idea. I feel like I made that very clear.
I mean, to be fair,
Well,
you have been complicit the
Sterling
entire
didn't.
time, so technically,
Sterling was okay with it. Why can't you?
Sterling, yeah, Sterling was cool.
wait, he was a rat and he was a dire rat, so it wasn't like war crime, really.
I mean, to be fair, it was definitely animal cruelty.
Yeah, but animal cruelty and war crime. Animal cruelty is bad,
I don't
don't
know.
get
The
me
types
wrong,
of
but
things that
still.
he did and we did with him were absolutely against some convention somewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure wars for like ivory, tusks, and horns is still bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so the people going in it are Narzan and presumably a copy of myself. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
sure.
So you're gonna make your simulacrum in there?
Yes, I'll make a copy of myself. I just take the like sea breeze and the mist and it forms into a very similar to the naked version of Biz.
Does this one have a hole in its chest?
Yeah.
I think
Damn.
it has to because that's look exactly like me. But I will
Bummer.
hand the simulacrum a component pouch.
Okay, so this is done in the beginning then, because they need to do it during a long rest.
Yeah, I want to do it before
Um,
the long rest.
so the simulacrum gets there right away. He understands the majority of it. Narzan gets in that because there's a hatch on top. Narzan gets in there and he's like, "Oh, comfy seats. Ooh, ooh, what's that? Beep."
Oh
And the arm
God.
goes straight up and it slams on the ground. And the simulacrum is like, "Don't touch that. Don't touch anything." Like, well, we're supposed to do this together. He's like, "No, just don't touch anything right now. Let me get the bearing. Let me get my bearings." And he's like, "What am I gonna do? Like, I'll teach you afterwards." He's like, "That's no fun." Beep. A couple of times, the arm goes up and hits the ground like a jackhammer. But during that hour, Biz 2 understands how to work the system. He shows the basic functions. So in terms of basic, no, he does. He shows him everything because he can. It's really relatively easy because you don't need much because at the same time, at the end of the day, you still just need to use a command action to tell what to do. Now, obviously, if there are certain things you want to do, we can obviously get creative in the game. So using both the item and the stat block, well, we can work in tandem to do more things. It is a powerful entity, but it can be destroyed. Only, I think, two ways. Well, only two ways.
And
Um,
I'm sure the bad guys have one of them.
maybe.
Oh, both.
So, Jesus. So with that, you guys are all taking your long rest. Is there anything else you guys want to? Oh, you want to talk to Molshed? Does anyone else want to talk to anybody real quick?
I already talked to Molshiad, so I'm done there.
Okay,
I got my little sending stone
I'll turn.
as a Hail Mary.
Okay.
I guess. Take a long rest. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it for me. Unless we want to do it. I don't have any money. I can't do a last minute run to the city. Actually, I don't even have a teleport
So
piece.
Molchad's gonna come to you guys when you wake up. He's gonna pull out the map, your guys' map, and he's going to mark something on Ocean Watch, the fortress over there on Thard Island. And he whispers to you all. He says, "If everything goes awry, that's just me being the pragmatic dragonborn that I am. If anything goes awry, head straight back to Ocean Watch. Hopefully, it doesn't have to come to that, but if it does, you'll find me there if the city becomes loose." He
Would you
leans in
have
closer to everybody and says, "There's a weapon that I brought. It's already been approved by Grand Admiral Boreaxis and Urbanu and Nikitas. There's a weapon there that could help at least slow down the city. But I don't want to activate it. I don't want to use it. I was looking to sell it, but times are dire. I just want to let you all know that since you're all going in.
you happen
Hell
to have
yeah.
a rock or piece of wood or something from Ocean Watch?
Do not, because I use teleportation circles like normal wizards.
He just said you're not a normal wizard.
I'm not a wizard, so
Yeah, yeah,
That
he's a
means he was
sorcerer.
right.
Um, he says, "I'll make." Looks around. Does it have to be a piece from there? Like, what does it have to specifically be?
uh let me look at teleport. It's
You're familiar with
a
it though.
associated object is what it means.
Oh, he has none of
To
that.
for a 100%. If I'm very familiar, it's a pretty high chance I still hit there, but I could fail the roll.
Risk it for the
It'll be
biscuit.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
We're the
It's not a huge
Sandswimmers,
deal,
bro.
but
Magark's nearby, and he brings up. He says, "So what is this weapon?" And uh, Malshade looks at both of them. He says, "It's a colossus," and he walks away. And when he says a colossus, you know that there have only been few ever made, but colossus, colossi, or whatever, a colossus is a gigantic warforge. It is a gargantuan Titan warforge, a Gundam, I may say. Um, you don't know what kind because there's so many different variations. Think of like Pacific Rim and all those different variations. So you don't know which one he has, but must be powerful enough to stop a flying city that shoots solar beams at people
Whoever
and things.
pilots it probably has daddy issues.
yeah,
Neon Jin!
is it a Warforged in the same way like
It is
they
a
have a
warforge.
soul
Yeah,
or
yeah. These are like one of
okay.
the first warforges ever made. So they go into long periods of hibernation or sleeping because it requires a lot of energy for them to be awake, and they're only made for one purpose, to destroy something and then go back into low state mode. And like I said, your imagination can just go beyond what any conventional means of a colossus could be. It's got to be something very big, something powerful. Hell, it could be a giant catapult for all you know.
Giant trebuchet
Yeah,
Warforged.
pretty much. Um, but like he says it can only slow it down. It can't destroy the city of illumination. So at this point, there's pretty much nothing you can think of currently or know that could destroy the city of illumination. And I mean, to the sense, all he really knows that it's a large fortress made of some sort of crystal, singular crystal, and
Oh
it can
God.
shoot solar beams as the lens magnifies it and condenses it. It
My
also has a solar inside it. that you need to awaken to help you fight. But Solar is a pretty powerful celestial.
I'm assuming that anything that is this big, this old, and has this much power is probably radiating magic on a massive scale. And I'm like, oh boy, it's gonna be deep hold all over again.
Oh
Oh, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be terrible.
I don't know what that
God.
means.
Be terrible.
Oh man, y'all better stay away from me.
Oh,
Um,
okay. This when we were in deep hold, a lot of shit went wrong because Ox used wild magic.
Hmm.
So stay away from him if he's going to rage. Just a heads up.
I feel like that's very. You want to stay away from when he's going to rage. I feel like I don't got too
Yeah.
much of a choice in that.
Like if we're in a battle, just run away from him.
I'll try my best.
Anyway, so did our new potential friends show up
Not yet.
at the end of? Okay,
It's only around 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
okay.
There's still light out. It is sun setting in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But the yawning portal still crackles with abyssal glitter, giggling and stuff. In the distance, the battle has been raging, but it looks like the Marines and the Freeborns have turned the tides, and the Lycans have been pushed to the north side. So now there's a stable, open lane between your camp and the Az stronghold. Um, as you all awake to
Uh-oh.
what's up?
Yanni
Yanni just
disconnected.
disappeared.
Fuck. So real quick, we're gonna end it soon anyways. So unfortunately. Jace is at the portal. You can see that he has a couple of scrolls. On the scrolls are glowing circles that are emitting a little fire around the edges. Um, one of them is they're all like images of a person that he's talking to,
Hmm.
and one of them is a pentadrone from Mechanus. You can see that Biz. So he's talking to a creature from Mechanus. One is a fair-haired dwarf, dwarven woman with angel wings, so some sort of angel probably. And then another one looks like to be a wizard of some sorts. Except this wizard's like your stereotypical long purple robes with a pointy hat, and he's like old, long beard. He's like pointing his finger at Jace, and Jace is like, I know, I know. So he's having a conversation there, but you all awake. The mighty servant is currently moving towards the portal. Doosh, doosh, doosh. As Simulacrum, yeah, as the Simulacrum Biz and Narzan, who's on top of the egg with the hatch open, he says, "Biz 2 says I can't drink inside." Doosh, closes the hatch. Um, and you
That's
can
why he's
hear
my
the
favorite.
voice. You can hear the voice resonate from within of someone talking, and it's Biz 2. And Biz 2 says, plan is we move in first, I believe, and then you follow suit while we lead the way. And as everyone's gathering, Molshed sort of just looks back. You look back, you see Molshed, he just looks on, and just for the first time, he's like, "Good luck, and be careful out there, or down there, rather." And with that, you all prepare to make your way towards and step into the portal to the other side. But we'll do that next week.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. We'll see you back on Friday with Red to Black, and we'll be back next weekend with Thing. Also, please follow me on socials, Biscuit10RPG, and Biscuit10RPG.com. We are getting super close to the release of Book 2 of the First Gate, The Legend of the Shroud. So, if you're interested in some of that, follow me there, and peace.